Are we? You're gonna have to give me a hot minute here. I'm going over some live stuff. Want to get some things changed out. Trying to get things worked out with my microphone, so I'm not blowing your guys' eardrums out. Hopefully that's a nice level. I know you guys can hear me probably pretty well. As you can see, I've got a new microphone system going on, so hopefully I'm not too loud. I am going to share my stream, and then we'll get started on the show. It's Wednesday evening. Man, a lot of stuff going on. Let's get this out of here. Let's go here. As always, I'm going to share the stream. The Facebook is Conquering Crypto. I'll go over all that stuff in just a moment. Thanks for bearing with me, everybody. I know it's just the beginning of the video. You can skip this if you want. So, with that being said, what is going on? This is Conquering Crypto. I'm your host, DeMarco. It is Wednesday evening. It's November 3rd. We have a bunch of good stuff to go over. But as you know, you can find us Conquering Crypto Facebook. I've got my Twitter, DeMarco_Danny. You can also tip us here at Conquering Crypto. Check us out at Venmo. And we've got a Trading View. On Trading View is where I post all of my new ideas. And that's one of your best places to go and see what I'm doing live. Because, information, if you want it, I will put it out. So, some things I want to go over. SHIB looks like it's in trouble. It broke the 6,000 plane. Let's actually take a look at it. Look at this. Look at this. So now I know I'm going over some stuff early, but let's take a look because there's a lot of that I want to go over. We're going over SAFEMOON, MKR, AR, SAN, DOT. If Denny shows up, we'll go over Saitama. I might go over Saitama anyway. I like Saitama. And maybe some FTM. If you're in the channel tonight, as always, you are more than welcome to request a security, stock, coin, crypto, whatever. If you want to request something, just ask in chat and we can talk about it. So yeah, first things first, let's go over SHIB real quick. So SHIB is in trouble. And by in trouble, I mean it's definitely got some issues that it's going to have to get past. Let's look. So what do we see? So we had this flat bottom descending triangle, okay? From here, it fell. So it broke the secondary uptrend, which was right here. So this was broken, and that broke like yesterday. So I've been trying to track this the best I can. SHIB has been one of the biggest pain in the bouteilles for me to track. It kind of like does what it wants. Man, difficult to track SHIB. It's been a mess. But it did fall now. So this is a flat bottom triangle, descending triangle. It broke the uptrend, and then we got into the triangle. Now, you actually could have placed an order here. This was a perfect short order. Now, I usually like to explain the trade, so I will. So what you would have done here, I use KuCoin futures for my shorts. What you would have done is you would have placed a short order here in futures. Here. You would have then made sure to set an alarm or a stop loss closer to the break. We'll make that red. We'll make this blue. And then you would, at this point, have a nice take profit area right around there. So it's not like it would be the biggest amount, but if you can get 10%, 7%. So if you can get 10% off $100, that's $10. And making a quick $10 is great. If you had 1,000 on it, you'd make something like $100. So it all depends on how exactly you decide that you're going to trade the breaks. But the idea, of course, is to trade these breaks. Because that's called scalping. That's what I do most of the today. Now today, I've been busy on the new prediction list, and boy, I've already gotten 2. I'm actually really, really happy about that. I've gotten 2 already. I did a little bit of stats the other day. Out of my 45 predictions in the last 3 months, check this out. So 45 predictions in the last 3 months, I got 26. Okay. I'm still waiting on 17, are still active. And that doesn't include the recent ones that I just got. The 17 are still active, and I got 3 wrong. So even if I get the other 17 wrong, I am still at a 60% win rate. That is pretty darn good, I think, if I do say so myself. Yeah, so Conquering Crypto members get the prediction list for you guys can view it whenever you want. I don't give out the list besides the very special link that goes to my members. So if you are a Conquering Crypto member, you do get that link, and the new list will be out hopefully by tomorrow night. I've been working on it night and day for the past couple days, and there's just a lot going on now, and I want to make it as accurate and as useful as possible. So we're going to start going over some coin. First thing I wanted to go over tonight, MKR. So what I did this morning, I decided that once coin finds a certain chance to either break out or fall or whatever it may be, once coin gets to a certain point, time of day, I'm trying to say, for a percentage gain or loss, I want to save it and then talk about it. Because a lot of times what's been happening is a coin will break out later in the day, and then I don't talk about the other coin that broke out earlier. So what I've been trying to do now is saving a list of like nighttime and daytime, and then putting it all together. So MKR is something that broke out earlier today. Let's have a look. I want you guys to know I have not looked at this whatsoever. I'm going to get rid of some of my indicators here so we can take a nice fresh look, and let's actually chart it together. Let's have some fun charting this bad boy. So MKR. MKR is a coin that I found once again on the heat maps. If you guys are looking for good heat maps, I use, if you go to Google and you type in bubble heat map crypto, the first thing to pop up will be a heat map. We'll probably take a look at it later on tonight, but I just want to let you know that that is available to you, and that is a tool that you should be using all the time. It's a great way that you can see what's going on in the market. So I'm actually going to, that's fine. So what do we always do? I don't know if I have any new members, old members in the room. I've got a few right now, but I just wanted to show that right now, because I like to explain. So we always find our trend lines. What kind of trend is the security on? Right now, MKR, it's on a nice steady uptrend, which means that should continue. So we do have 1 spot, 2 spots, and actually 3 spots here on MKR, which to me means that this right here just doesn't really count. I'm not going to count it. It means that just price broke this plane for a little bit, probably caught up in no time. It looks like it did. So MKR is currently on an uptrend. I like to make a note of this and remember this for myself as well. Let's see what else we have going on. So we always put the other trend line as if it's falling from the top and bottom of the graph. So top of the graph for the top trend line, the first 2 touches is where you level it out. Same thing with the bottom. Let it float up, touch, that's your line. And that's how you can start to form them easier, because a lot of people see the peaks and valleys and aren't exactly sure all the time where to put them. But after you get used to it, it just falls right into place. So we have an area to watch here on MKR. MKR might not be finished with us. That's going to be the area to watch, as always, for everybody that comes into the channel. I always like to let them know. These circles that I put, these are areas to watch, okay? And all that means is that that circle, we can actually make it a little bit bigger. This circle means that when we get closer in price, this could be an area that we break out of the triangle. It's an area for scalpers that might want to trade. It's an area that you might want to put alarms. Basically, though, the circle is to see and contain these breakouts, because breakouts are, to me, one of the most important things. That's how I make, that's how I profit majorly with scalping, is alarms and finding these areas. We're going to move on. So another coin, funny enough. So as I said in the beginning of the show, I have a new prediction list coming out. Okay. So one of the things I did was I started to make, people ask me for things. I asked them what they would like charted. Let's see if I can find it. One of them was called AR. Now I do have this added. At least I did have it added. I did want to tell you guys though that I already got my prediction right on AR. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm going to double check my list right now. But like, I'm not done the list. It's not public. Okay. Hopefully you guys can't cheat and see it off my glasses. I'm watching you. So yeah. So I got two things right. Opal and AR. And I just made this list. And by the way, my Opal hit was 64%. And it's the first week of November. In the last 3 months, I got 546, I think, percent right. Or I'm sorry, that would be my total. That would have been my total percentage positive, 540 something. I don't know, but I'm already at like 80. I think I'm at 80%. I know you guys can't see the new list yet, but I'm already at something like 80%, and it's the 3rd of November. Okay, if that's any indication, I am in for a good month. Okay, so we're gonna check out AR. Now, this was a prediction I already got correct. As you can see, I already have a prediction pattern and setup. One day I will explain how my predictions and patterns work. But for right now, this was the prediction. As you can see, the line was over here. It was something like 80 something. Let's see, what was it? My prediction anyway. The prediction I had was 85. And as you can see, it got up to 87. So of course it alerted me that the prediction was hit. Bang, bang, boom. We've got a prediction that was hit. So if you had what? 10 bucks on this, you would have made 18. I'm sorry. If you had 100 bucks on this, you would have made 18 if you would have gotten in and out on my prediction list. Exactly. If you had 1,000 in, you would have made 180. Not too shabby. Not bad, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, 180. I'm so bad with math sometimes, but I'm pretty sure I got that right. Okay, so we're going to move on. Let's check out sand. Sand is another one we've been looking at for a bit. Sand broke out not long ago. It had like a really great day. Check this out, man. Oh, it's still going. So from the break we calculated the other day, sand is now up 165%. And it's I mean, honestly, it's showing no signs of slowing. I know I've got the 3 EMA on here, and that just is going straight up. We can hide that. This is a nice looking uptrend pump. Yeah, nothing else better to say about sand. It is flying, and as long as it's above this line, that means it's on a continued uptrend. And as you always know, as long as whatever you're tracking is going the way that you want it to. In other words, if you want it to uptrend, draw your lines. Like I told you, draw your lines, whether an uptrend or if you want to go down, make sure you have your downtrend lines. And if you are tracking it, just make sure it stays above or below that line. And as long as you are, you can't lose. Okay. And if it breaks the line before it goes into reversal, if you want to buy more, if you want to sell, but the whole point is that you can track it enough so that you understand what's going on with your securities. Remember, this is your money. Okay. I mean, unless it's somebody else's money, then who cares? But if it's your money, we're trying to have you keep more of it and get more. So yeah. Definitely make sure you're keeping track of your securities, guys. I also told a member the other night, I keep everything tracked in a ledger. Okay, so I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is an example. 5. So I keep track of everything, and this way I know exactly what's going on. Am I winning? Am I losing? I keep track of it on computer, on the programs that I use, be it Voyager or Coinbase or KuCoin. I try to keep track with everything as much as I can. We're going to move on. That was Sand. Sand is on a continued uptrend. I'm actually going to jump out into the macro. For any members that are in here right now, the macro is when you're far away. The time frames that I like to say are in the macro are 6, 12, and day. The time frames that are in the micro are going to be 5-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour. Even like 4 hour can be considered the micro. But right now in the macro, we're looking far away at Sand, farther. We are just still on a nice uptrend. We fired. Look at this. Fired out of that bad boy. Man, nice big old 165% break. Woo! I might actually have to write something on TradingView about that so other people are aware. I know some people come and see this. I know some people are only on the Discord. I know some people are only on the Facebook, and I'm trying to give you all the information at once. You know, I'm trying to make sure you get some info, like Oprah. You get a chart and you get some info and you get another chart and you get a prediction. Trying to make sure you guys are aware that I'm giving that to so many different places. Discord is going to be the main place for those interested in the future, by the way. That is what I'm trying to grow the most. So right now, Sand on an uptrend, had a nice breakout. Boom, that breakout happened on the 1st. Looks like it's still going. I mean, of course, it fell a little bit. It might be going to consolidation, but it's doing great. Next thing I want to look at is SAFEMOON. SAFEMOON, all right. As everybody knows, oh, I don't like this SAFEMOON. As everybody knows, SAFEMOON has typically had nothing but trouble. Look at this. So now what's going on with SAFEMOON? Well, SAFEMOON started to rally. Okay, if we go in further, if we go in close, the micro, the lower time frames, we can see more information. So let's look at what's really going on. We had this nice pump over about a week. I'd say that's a nice weak pump. It was a 200% gain, as you can see right here marked. We then fell. The fall was 46%-ish, 50%, whatever. And then it kept falling, and it looks like it fell another... Man, it fell another 50%. Look at this. It almost wiped out. I mean, not everything it made, but a lot. Look, if this is the line right here, look at how close that is back to the bottom, guys. Like, I don't know, man. So hopefully it doesn't break this now new uptrend. This is a new uptrend that I'm making because I see that it's already starting to meet some support in the... Oh, I don't even know what number that would be. SAFEMOON has so many darn zeros in front of it. So SAFEMOON, it looks like it's still on an uptrend. I don't know if it's the safest bet. But, yeah, SAFEMOON, it's not looking too bad. I want to look at CTC. We're going to definitely be looking at SHIB, and I want to look at DOG later, too. All right, so I want to look at CTC. CTC is another new one. I've never charted it. All right, we've got 2 of them here. We're gonna take the Bittrex one, but apparently I don't know if it rose or fell. But wow, that looks like a nice rise. Let's see. Today, was that today? Some of these that I have fell and some of them rose. So I'm just trying to see. This looks like it rose. You know, this wasn't big when I saw it. So yeah, so it rose only 15%, but it was one of the big ones today with SHIB. So yeah, it was one of the big ones today with SHIB. SHIB, of course, was in the negative. It's still going into the negative. SHIB is hurting. But right now, it looks like CTC is on a little bit of... Well, it looks like it's going back up a little bit, but let's go out. Let's see if this thing... So it is a sideways... Look at this. This could not be more sideways. I guess it's in like this funky tunnel. Oof. That is a... Man, that is a mean looking chart. Let's put some resistance lines on these bad boys. So we've got some resistance lines that we have to break. This could actually be an area. That could be a whole area. This is just the kind of a mess. Yeah, so CTC looks like for it to go back up to where it was, all-time high, somewhere around 8.9. So for CTC to get back up there, it's got a ways to go. It's now currently at 2.6. But the reason we're looking at it is it was with SHIB. It was one of the bigger bubbles this morning, and I want to make sure we're covering the small stuff too. Like, in other words, if I checked out CTC tonight, it wouldn't have been there. I wouldn't have got to tell you about it, and it wouldn't have been something that we can discuss. So that is the reason why I'm doing that. We also, right now, if we take a look, we've also got, it actually is since July 21st, it's on a bit of a triangle uptrend. I don't know. This is not, it's just not the best looking chart. So take of that what you will. That was CTC. We're gonna do Saitama. If Denny was in the room, this is his favorite coin. I named Denny the Saitama King, or King Saitama. I think that was it. We did that last night in chat. Congratulations to you. He's got a very big bag of Saitama. Well, not a very big bag, but let me tell you, it's a nice size. So Saitama is doing great. We are barreling towards that circle of the area to watch. Man, let me tell you, that is going to be possibly, Denny, I know you're going to watch this later. I know you always do. That circle is going to be a big deal. And actually, we can make it a little bit larger. Saitama, right now, we've been getting ours on Bitmart, by the way, for those interested. And boy, oh boy, that circle is getting closer. I see some pretty big breakouts. That's what it looks like to me. Continued, and we're on the uptrend still. That's Saitama. We're going to go over FTM, which is Phantom. Now, apparently, this is doing extremely well. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe this is not the one that's doing extremely well. So as you can see, we've been charting this. It has fallen. Now, we did, if we take a look, this just fell. This fell. All right, let's take a look at this together. So Phantom fell between the 28th and today, almost 30%. So FTM is hurting a little bit. But the good news is we just move the previous trend line that we had on uptrend 2, as you can see. Uptrend 2 has not really been broken. It has been pierced, which means this is something that you should be watching if you are tracking up FTM. So now you see that circle? We are still going towards that circle. We are actually still headed towards the possible area to watch. There's an old prediction line, and I'll probably make a new one. Some of my partners and my members like FTM, so I'll make sure I do a good one on the prediction list. But yeah, right now, it's still looking good. It's not bad because it's still in the uptrend. So hopefully what we want is we just want to keep bouncing around inside. Okay? Right? The tunnel. And then what do we want? Boom! That's what we want. So this is why we chart these patterns. We want to just take control. The market's chaos, right? What can we take control of? Well, if we form pattern systems, we can take control of the securities we see. We can then chart them, and we can watch them break out so we know when to buy, when to sell. Anything that gives you the edge is a positive thing in trading, because trading is difficult. So anything that gives you the edge, all the better. Let's move on. So we got in our FTM. We might actually have just a half an hour show tonight. Normally this goes on for over an hour, so that'll be nice. I haven't had too many commenters tonight. I'm not complaining. These get recorded so that I can give you guys this information and you can look at it whenever you want. I do love when I have a bunch of members come in and chat, but this is nice that I just get to explain info to you guys. Brett, Denny, Matt, Joe, whomever else might be watching later. This, of course, the live recording will be available for all you guys. I know most guys don't make the live show, and that's totally fine. It's there because I recorded it for you. So we're going to go over DOT. DOT is something else I wanted to go over. DOT apparently was doing extremely well. I don't think this is on. Yes. So am I showing you guys something you shouldn't see? No, I'm not. Am I? Ooh, I am. Ooh, you guys are in trouble. Ooh, I'm telling. I'm telling. I'm gonna tell them. You guys shouldn't be looking at this stuff. It's not for you. Not yet, anyway. Look at this. So there's the new prediction. I don't care if you guys see it. I already got 2 right of my new, because I'm not very far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm only 10 deep because I also had to redo all my old ones. So it hasn't been the easiest thing. So I'm already 10 deep. And being 10 deep, I have gotten right now 2. 2 out of 10. And the list is not out yet. It's going to be a good month. Going to be a good month. I'm going to be putting a lot of my own money on a lot of my predictions this month. In the months previous, I've only done it here and there, but I've hit such good percentages. I'm putting my money where my brain power is and where my charting predictions are. So we're going to see what happens with that. I'm excited. So there's your dot prediction. We are still on an uptrend, as you can see. The prediction is that middle line. What I do is form this like triangle cross section, and then I draw a line through the center. That's typically how I get my predictions. As you can see, the dotted line or dashed line, that is the orange one that's horizontal. That is the current prediction. And if we want to be exact, the prediction is 69.56. So I have the line drawn at 68. This way, once we get to 68, my computer tells me we're getting close. If so facto, I can then come to the computer and go, oh, look, I'm getting close to my prediction. And if it hits, I can let you wonderful Conquering Crypto members know. I also want to go over dog. And actually, we are rounding into the 30-minute mark. I had some viewers come in and out. We haven't had a lot of chat in the comments. This has been a great fun show for me, though, guys. Thank you. Thank you for letting me tell you about some new coin. We're going to go over dog, and then we're going to call it an early night. Maybe tomorrow we're going to do an informative video, maybe about exchanges or trend lines, but there's going to be a whole lot of different training type Conquering Crypto led info coming out, and they're like training videos, and we might have more than just me doing them. It's because I do have a team now, which I'm very proud of. I do have partners, and some of them might make some more content for the channel, which would be great because then you guys get other stuff to look at besides my stupid face and my dumb brain giving you all guys all this info. You get somebody else's dumb brain giving you guys info. So let's check out dog before we call it a night. So we are still on this nice secondary uptrend. So on the macro, we are still on this uptrend. You guys see it? That's right here. This is the uptrend for dog. It's still good to go. We're actually going to go over SHIB one more time before we leave. If we go right now, if we go on the micro, see this secondary line? This should actually be marked like this. This is my secondary line. So in other words, if that gets broken, the secondary trend gets broken, that means there's only one more support system left before dog really falls. And that support system is the main trend line, uptrend line. So this is the secondary uptrend line, this dashed line. If it breaks, it's in a lot of trouble. Right now, it's still between resistance 2 and resistance 3. This could not look any more like consolidation if I put a nice hat of consolidation on top of it, or if I marked it instead of like the dunce cap, the triangle dunce hat. Instead, if it just said consolidation and I put a consolidation hat on it, it's in the consolidation corner. Okay, let's put it that way. This is a nice giant consolidation chunk. Doesn't appear to be going anywhere anytime soon. If it does, I'd be shocked. It looks like it's just stuck in consolidation. That's a dog. So one more time, we're going to go over SHIB. Everybody's favorite, what I get asked to chart and look at more than anything else. And you know what? While we're at it, let's look at a separate list. This was the list that we did. This is my main list. Look at how wild this is. I've been tracking this thing since the beginning of October. I've been tracking it for a long time. But look at this. All the way from September 16th is when I started to track SHIB. Today is November 3rd, okay? So, SHIB reached 1,200% total from October 3rd, I believe, and it has broken 6,000. Now, as you can see, it's already picking up support. So it might not be falling as bad as we as bad as I believe it to be, but it does not look like it's in good shape. Right now, it is in between these two. Let's see. We are in between. So this is kind of like a tunnel we've formed now at this point. Man, we're actually going to draw a secondary tunnel line here. Something that actually looks like it matches the top a little bit more, just in case we get price that bounces off of that. But there you go, guys. Right now, actually, it's not the end of the world. Let's take a look at what we're looking at if I were to draw a secondary trend. So this is what's going to be the secondary trend. You know what? We're going to do that on the other mapping. This was the secondary trend that we had. We're now going to draw a new one, being that we've already been stopped by new price movement and support. Support picked up around 54.20, by the way. So this is going to be my secondary. This was the secondary previous. I'm just going to remove this for now. Actually, I'm going to turn it into a dotted, and I'm going to make it smaller, just so it's something that we don't forget, but it's there for information. Right now, it looks like we are in like a small consolidation. Consolidation that's maybe a couple hours old, but it doesn't look like it's still falling. So we could have formed these new tunnels for SHIB. It's something we want to watch. And we have definitely haven't broken the main trend line. So as right now, SHIB is still on an uptrend. Okay, just so you're aware, SHIB is still on an uptrend. And until it breaks this uptrend line, it's going to go up before unless it breaks that line. Okay, your security is going to continue in that direction so long as you're drawing the proper lines, and as long as it doesn't break those lines, price action is going to continue to bounce. If it doesn't, you can buy more at the bottom. You can sell off your profit. There's a lot you can do, but that's the idea, is we want to track this stuff. We don't know what's going to happen, so we track it. Got it? Well, guys, that was it. This was a great show. I haven't done a show like this since I first started. It's usually filled with tons of comments and usually a lot of laughter and craziness. Denny's making me laugh, but this was great. I enjoyed this. I got to give you guys a lot of information. We went over MKR, AR, SAN, DOT, FTM, DOG, Saitama, CTC, Saitama. You're welcome, Denny, as always. And SAFEMOON and SHIB. And that was probably everything. But that was it for me tonight, guys. Join us at Conquering Crypto, Facebook. That is our main site at the moment. The Discord is also our main site. That's where all the information is going to be going. That's where the business is going to be going. I have a Twitter, which I post a lot of my updates. There are DeMarco_Danny, and my Trading View, Conquering Crypto. And the Discord is Conquering Crypto. The Facebook is Conquering Crypto. And if you guys want a tip, we do have tips available. Check us out on Venmo, Conquering Crypto. If you've made out or you enjoy my content, toss me a couple dollar bills in the digital space because it helps out the channel a lot. Last thing I want to show. Check out these bad boys. Yeah, I got my metric shoes. Thank you, Maddie. Maddie placed an order. I thought this design was so fantastic. So now I've got a flag, multiple shirts, hats, shoes. I can't wait to go out on my one wheel and start to ride around with my metrics flag and show everybody my metrics pride. Metrics is my favorite coin by far, and I will be making a video on it sometime this week. And I got metric shoes, metric shoes. Peace out, guys. Enjoy your Wednesday. I will see you sometime this week. Later.